Scott with us. He is the vice president. He's in charge of the heat pumps at Dave's World. They have 3 locations: Dover, Foxcroft, and Wyndham and Scarborough. Welcome to you, Matt. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Now, there's a lot of, I have heat pumps, and it's the best thing I ever did.
Smart man.
Best thing I ever did. I have them in several locations.
Sure.
But a lot of people, when I tell them about a heat pump, Matt, they don't, it's like a horn grows out of your head.
Sure.
In a nutshell, can you explain what a heat pump is and what it does, first off?
I think I can. I've done it a few times.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah, a lot of people are confused about what they actually are and how much money they can save them. A heat pump is simply a device that moves heat from one place to another at a very efficient rate. Basically, the most simplest way to put it is you put $1 in, you get $3 out.
Yeah.
So buy one, get 3 free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a heat pump converts the energy, because it does air conditioning and heat.
Yeah.
And the air conditioning is really cheap.
That's the bonus.
It seems that way.
Yeah,
How does that work?
that's the byproduct. Before the actual heating side got really efficient, it was an air conditioner. A mini split was what people use for air conditioning. You know, you see them on your trip to any island, and
yeah.
But then technology advanced, and now we're using them as heat, and the air conditioning is the byproduct. It's the simple act of refrigeration, absorbing heat and moving it. At -6, they're operating at -60 degrees outside, which is attracting the heat that is available outside. A lot of people, they look at you and there's, it's 0 degrees out and I'm still getting heat from outside. Yes, because we're, it's all about absolute zero and the temperature in between.
Huh.
Yeah.
So there are units that there are larger and smaller units, just as there are air conditioners, just for an understandable comparison. But there are ways to install it. You need an expert to come and look at this, because there are only so many turns in the pipes and things of that sort.
Sure.
Take us through what an inspection would be if someone said, "I'm thinking about a heat pump." What would you do when you went to their home?
We would go out for a free consultation, and once we get there, we ask the questions of: do you want more of a primary, or do you want an assistant to your already existing system? Like a mainer, I'm sure, like you have what, 3 or 4 different ways to heat your home by now? You got your propane, you got your wood, you got your oil, you got your hydraulics.
No, I just use my heat pump.
You just use your heat pump. Yeah, there you go.
I have one emergency backup, and I've never used it.
Yeah, so I mean, when they first started getting real popular, in 2013, it was very popular to get a 1-to-1 system. 1 outside unit, 1 inside unit. And now they're making 1 outside unit that can do up to 8 inside diffusers, or heads they call them.
Right, these are the head end units that you put in the room.
Sure, and they come in floor units to cassettes to hidden duct units, small runs of duct. They even have picture frames now. LG has picture frames, which is real neat. And Mitsubishi is building all kinds of better looking units now. But what we do is we come out to your home. We ask you the qualifying questions, because they can be retrofitted to anything, any business, any home. We do brand new homes now, which now we go in and we rough in the system, they call it.
Right.
We hide all the pipes and all that good stuff.
Yeah, you don't see any.
You don't see any of that stuff anymore. Well, we'd start that process. We'd ask you all the questions on how many zones do you want. It really comes down to, they're magic. Okay, so it really depends on how much you can spend.
Yeah.
And
you can get zones. 1 unit can accommodate more than 1 zone, depending on the size of it.
Yeah.
And but you need a head end for each zone, correct?
You do, but now they make what they call a multi-position air handler. So you can actually take out a hot air furnace and plug one of these in and use all your existing duct. So you can actually take one system, a 1-to-1 system, and do your whole home now, which is, it just keeps advancing. And
well, I had hot air, so I could have replaced that.
You could have.
With all the existing.
Yeah, as of last year, they came out with a multi-position air handler. Mitsubishi Electric, I should say, was the first the first company to do that. LG's right behind them. Fujitsu hasn't come out with one yet. And then, of course, a lot of people are familiar with the Daikin products.
Yeah.
So there's about 4 major players in the heat pump world.
Well, it's great because this is an emerging technology. It's efficient. Energy Efficiency Maine has many programs throughout the year that you can check by going to their website. and getting rebates, and even they've had financing programs as well.
They've got great financing at, I think it's $599. You know, there's rebates up to $750 for that multi-split, I call it, or the 1-to-1. It's $500 rebate.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. You know,
Yeah.
they have a lot of support.
Yeah. So not only that, but I mean, you can think about the rebate because that's a short-term gain. But in the long-term gain, I was spending $5,000 a year in oil, and I spend $300 a month, and I heat a 4,600 square building with my heat pumps.
Yeah, you're reducing your heating cost. You know, right now, oil has to be $1.51 a gallon to match a heat pump's.
You see that happen?
Yeah, it's happening. It's been happening, but no, not for very long. You can't trust oil, and you just can't trust it. With electricity, it's usually 15 or 17 cents per kilowatt. You can actually budget. You can budget, and when you were talking about that payback, you're at about a 2.5-year payback.
Right.
And never mind about the air conditioning.
That's the bonus.
A whole home, air conditioning, it's $12 to $20.
Yeah.
It's and you can't even hear it run.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing, and it's cleaning your air at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stay with us. This is great information. Matt Scott
Yes.
is in charge of heat pumps, vice president at Dave's World. They have a location Dover, Foxcroft, also Windham and Scarborough. We'll talk more about heat pumps and something you might want to consider in your home or your condo up here in the mountain. Stay with us. We'll be right back. The president of Heat Pumps, Dave's World, from their locations, Dover, Foxcroft, Windham and Scarborough. And I called you today. You were on the lift. What lift were you on?
I was actually on Whiffletree with the kids.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And you had a great day.
It was a perfect day.
Yeah.
It was flowy.
Yeah.
The lines were very flowy today. Everyone had it together. It was good.
It was good. They were all in sync.
Yeah.
And we're talking about heat pumps. Matt's been talking about heat pumps. He's explained kind of what they are, what they do, and what they can do is save you a lot of money. And it's something that if you're looking to change your heat source or augment it, it's I tell you from experience, it's the best move you could ever make with a quick payback as well.
Yeah.
Now, you have these different locations. You've done a lot of installations. What happens if one breaks?
Simple. First, let's talk about the warranty. That's magic. All those companies that I mentioned earlier, all the major players, 12 years. If you buy it from an elite contractor or a diamond contractor with Mitsubishi, then you get a 12-year warranty on all parts.
Wow.
There is what we call awesome sauce, of course, at Dave's World. It's a little coverage you can put on it that'll add in the labor to it.
Yeah.
Basically, you prepay for the cleanings every other year, and you get all the labor for free. So we call it a 12-12-12 warranty, which is kind of neat.
Hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of maintenance? Obviously, there's filters.
There's filters that you've got to clean. You got to stay on top of it, and it's different in every home. You can walk into some people's home, and you're like, yeah, you're probably never gonna have to clean that because they never stop cleaning their home. But there's other places with pets and commercial places and a lot of traffic and stuff like that. You want to stay on top of those filters, monthly or so.
I have to clean my filters a lot.
Oh, do you? Yeah. There you go. But about every other year maintenance. The manufacturer says every year, but we like to be the heat pump guide. We don't want to be always salesmen.
Yeah.
So we say every other year
Yeah.
is typical to have us come out, take the inside and outside unit apart, and flush it from the inside out. A lot of people want to go spray it with a garden hose, and it doesn't work because you're driving that dirt further into the system.
Oh.
So you want a professional to do it with the right tools. That's what it
All
boils
the
down
little
to.
fins and,
Yeah.
and such.
Exactly.
And it's no different than a furnace. Well, actually, every year you need your furnace cleaned.
Yeah, you should, absolutely.
Yeah.
But we're not combusting anything.
And it's not going to affect the efficiency all that much.
No, I mean, if you do it every other year, you're fine.
Yeah.
But nothing's being lit on fire, so that it's way less, dirty.
Well, I must say I'm enthusiastic. I think if people are looking for alternative sources, as I said, I think it's a great choice. They should go to the website or give you a call, Dave's World, with 3 locations. And which one do you work out of? Or you do all of them?
I bounce around from Southern Maine to, now we have 4 actually. We just opened one in Ellsworth.
Good.
Yeah, we partnered with Coastline Homes, which is kind of neat. So now you
Yeah.
can go and check out their homes, and all their homes are heated. But I bounce all around, all 4 of them. But the best place to get the easiest way to get a hold of us is 1-800-HEAT-PUMP.
Can't go, yeah, easy.
Yeah, it's an easy one to remember. Or daysroll.com.
Yeah.
Which is under construction right now. It's going to be really cool coming out.
All right,
the new website.
1-800 heat pump. I don't know
Yeah.
how you got that number. Magic.
It was actually, that's a good story. That's a good story.